And here we go. I played this
1971.
game a tiny bit.
We woke up in a different world where the Cold War ended along with the Vietnam carnage.
But I decided to
All
restart.
because of the dome. The dome. A territory full of anomalous
Wasn't this a
artifacts,
Simpsons episode?
phenomena, and organisms. We still don't know what it is.
It's
An
a
alien
dome.
city? Some kind of a testing ground or storage?
It's just a weird
Whatever
warehouse.
it is,
Why is
no
everyone
living
freaking
thing
out?
Trapped under the dome can escape it. Yet even this did not stop the research. The major powers created the Cronus Megacorporation to develop and explore the dome. Its secrets became a lucrative business. The Spire station was built on top of the dome to export the artifacts and import supplies and personnel. The city of Crystal Sands grew at the foot of the dome, eventually becoming a major transportation hub. All this required thousands of employees, and there was no shortage of candidates. Romantics, pragmatists, and adventurers of all trades swarmed recruiting centers around the globe, seeking jobs at Cronus. You were one of those people.
These people.
In 1976, your
They look like
application was
nerds.
approved, and you went under the dome towards the future.
1976, I wasn't even born yet.
Or a bad one. Only time will tell.
Encasted. That's the correct way to pronounce it. Alan Woodpecker. Polnareff. From JoJo. Hermann Stoltz. Rufus Cooper. Ooh, look at this, got looks. I'm gonna create a character, what is this nonsense? I'm gonna be Rick's mother. Ah, it doesn't fit, I guess it's just Rick's Robin. Age. When I initially played the game, I had to think real hard about my age. Like for real, it's not even a joke, I was like... And turns out I'm 39, which is really depressing. How do I remove that hair? So yeah, you can either have a beard or glasses, which is a bit frustrating. I have a picture like this taken of me semi-recently for, not my passport, it was... I think it might have been for a wedding certificate thing? Not wedding, marriage certificate. Okay, let me see what else is there. Every person deserves a second chance, especially those those willing to make amends for their crimes by working for the betterment of humanity. Orange Wing was created specifically for such people. Its employees are everywhere, providing every kind of domestic service, from cleaning and delivery to manufacturing and construction. There's a lot of work to be done under the dome, and every employee of Orange Wing will find a way to make their own contribution. So these are prisoners who are basically providing slave labor. So like, you know, prisons in America, I guess, or everywhere in the world, I would suppose. Scientists are White Wing, Blue Wing are engineers. Silver Wing, I think, are like, not business, what's the word for that? Like they're the clerks and shit. doesn't say, but yeah, something like that. And Blackwing are the cops, so you. Peh. Fortune? Yo, that ain't us. I don't know why, I just feel I've never been smart about attributes in games, but it just feels better to me than like having 0 charisma. And screw fortune, never rely on fortune. We're definitely going with melee weapons here. What can I do a lot with these points? It's only 2. No, with melee weapons and light weapons. And then shit, oh, it requires fortune though, which is weird. It's a weird build, I know. Don't think I will take any of these. They don't sound good. The drawbacks are, I feel like, too high. But yeah, this is us. We're 39 years old apparently, which is just a nightmare. Look at this handcuffed loser, what an idiot. Wait a minute, we're handcuffed too.
Stopping by the door's porthole, you watch as the ground slowly approaches.
It's so okay. Let me explain. It's not the ground approaching it. We're getting closer to it. Oh, narrator, you fucking idiot!
It looks brown-black through the tinted glass, and smoky blue at the horizon.
Okay,
It almost seems
elusive
like
man.
The clouds are pulling apart. You carefully review your briefing as you look downwards. When you arrive, they'll deliver you to the base, and you'll be assigned to one of the dome's many construction sites.
Oh, but I don't want to do construction. I want to do crime.
Though even working all day beneath the burning sun would be preferable to being a participant of the White Wings experiments. You were told about those experiments during the briefing.
Oh, I'm more than willing to take experimental drugs though.
Just as you're about to move away from the window, you notice a whirlwind beginning to form above the ochre plain. The gathering storm drifts unhurriedly above the desert, a crown of green lightning flashing at its core. Clearly no ordinary weather phenomenon. It must be one of those anomalies. You freeze by the window, unable to avert your gaze.
I'm gonna stay at the window and watch the whirlwind till the landing because
the outlines of the landing site
I'm
blur
an
like
idiot.
Clouds of dust appear behind the greenish glass of the porthole.
Is that gonna kill me?
The capsule shudders as the braking devices engage.
So yeah, I wanted to make my character have good strength as well, because when I initially played, I struggled opening this bag of Fisherman's Friend. That went down the wrong hole. It wasn't my friend, so I had to use excessive force, but then these things, this thing, look at that big ass block of cheese, that unshaped muscle mass, that's useless. No, it wasn't useless, it helped. That was a horrible bit. Oh, I want one of those masks. I want one of those suits. Hello, stupid.
Come on now, or you'll miss everything.
A cheerful man in a white lab coat grabs you by the sleeve.
I have cuffs.
A badge reading Ludovico Nuzzi, scientific analyst, export department, dangles loosely on his clean uniform, which still smells pungently of washing powder.
I'm sorry, I don't have my glasses on, but does this read Ludovico Nuzzi Scientific Analysis Export Department to you? Because all I see is... Maybe that's supposed to be Nuzzi? L Nuzzi? What?
Look over there.
He points upward with a sharp, wide gesture and hands you his field binoculars.
Okay.
You raise the binoculars to your eyes. Under fourfold magnification, the whirling cloud above the rust-colored plains looks even stranger. Its core glows with flickering green light and flashes rhythmically, and that rhythm seems to form a complicated pattern. Nuzzi bends close to your ear.
Fascinating. Do you want me to bring some filters? If we intercept the red and blue spectrums, we'll see something amazing. It's like a signal, some kind of message.
Excuse me, why isn't there an option to say yes to the filters? Yes, I would like the filters, please. I'm gonna stop watching the storm and look at the horizon.
Without tearing your gaze away
I'm a
from
criminal,
the
I need to find my
binoculars, you
escape
turn
route.
around slowly, studying the dome's horizon. It's somewhat unexpected that the dome looks horribly empty. Your eyes find some construction pits dug directly in the sand, and concrete blocks laid beside them. There are almost no roads, or not sealed ones. Only one highway with yellow surface marking stretches among the sand drifts.
Listen, I need to go.
Nuzzi looks from you to the capsule and to the landing terminal entrance. He flings his arms up.
Oh, mi scusi. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. You'd better get going or you'll be late for check-in. Your colleagues are already inside, and the storm is growing stronger. Yeah, the storm is growing stronger.
The white mutters in fascination, eyes glued to his binoculars, which is fixed on the spinning whirl of clouds.
No attention.
Mr. Rayhead, would you bring me a cup of coffee, please? Colleague? Well, never mind.
You're talking to me just now. I have cuffs on.
Employee, come to the desk for your registration.
A tall receptionist watches you from behind his
Tall.
desk with a bored,
It seems like...
look. He waves impatiently at you to approach.
To me, he seems like the same height and same body type as everyone else. Because video games suck now. Look at this, I don't want to look like this in a video game, I want to look different. Why is this the default? It's it's shit that you only have one body type in a game, but then why is this the default? This is horrible.
The receptionist doesn't bother to hide his disgust at your orange uniform. He nods at you wordlessly, as if unwilling to waste his breath speaking to you. His metallic name tag reads Dean Rayhead.
I'm never gonna stop talking about that. I'll talk about it until it changes or I die. Whichever happens first. It's probably the latter one.
The administrator slaps himself on the forehead.
Ah, I almost forgot the regulation pre-registration reading. Just a second.
Rayhead produces a
Chapel
reel-to-reel
medic.
tape recorder from beneath the desk, rewinds the tape to the beginning, and presses play. The speakers explode with a harsh, crackling sound, over which the tick-tick of a metronome slowly grows louder. Solemn music begins to play, and the administrator's face takes on a serious expression.
Dear employee, on behalf of the Cronus Foundation, I, Administrator Dean Rayhead, welcome you to your new life under the dome.
The administrator clears his throat.
Why isn't the whole thing
By
recorded?
joining our company, you choose the path of science and progress. You are among mankind's best, and we ask that you live up to this.
Dean squints down at the monitor.
Deserve this title. Do your job honestly. Obey the law. Respect your colleagues and...
Most of all, have
The
fun.
music fades, and the administrator finishes his speech.
And together we will build the best
Aw.
possible future for all mankind.
But I don't want to.
Dean
Not for
puts
all
the tape
mankind.
recorder
Not
away.
for
Now we're
you.
done with the official greeting. I'll register you and upgrade your Selectron. Okay?
I'm ready.
Dean's hands hover over the keyboard. He gives you a nod.
I'll dictate my
You
information to him.
spell out your first and last names and specify your wing.
I got no
profession,
wings.
and test
I'm a
results.
human.
The administrator's fingers fly across the keyboard as he enters your information into the Cronus database. Rayhet scans the computer screen.
So your position in the waiting list was 63,784. You've been assigned to Magellan Station. A special bus will bring you there after a series of briefings. Please pass me your Selectron so I can update the firmware.
Dean snaps the docking port of your pass to a recess in the casing of his computer. The administrator puts your Selectron on the desktop and pushes it toward you.
This firmware gives you access to all of the Orange infrastructure. The Orange elevator, though it's out of order right now,
Of course it
the
is.
residential level, the utility rooms, and limited access to a few other areas for cleaning. One more thing. Please don't try to upgrade the Selectron yourself.
Dean continues.
All new employees have a short list of tasks to perform on arrival. Do you want to hear all the details or just the short version?
That's a short version,
Rayhet
please.
snorts.
To make it short, get your uniform from storage, your weapons from your armory, pass the Psi abilities test, and complete your weapons training at the training zone. Then learn how to use the scanner, avoid anomalies, and properly catalog anything you observe. Last, go to the waiting room and wait for the bus to Magellan.
Can't wait to do the weapons training. Just got out of prison, give me a freaking gun.
Dean sits back in his armchair.
That's it. I hope there aren't any questions.
No more questions.
Rayhet claps his hands in satisfaction.
Great.
He reaches for the tape recorder, but thinks better of it.
Protocol calls for a little welcoming preamble, but dash it all, that's nonsense. Welcome to Concord Station.
As he's about to turn away, Dean suddenly remembers something.
Oh yes, I sent your mail to your Kairos. Check your new messages. Well, that's all, I think.
Very glad to not have to talk to you anymore.
Behind the storage counter, you see a small, neat guy. His gingery hair shines with something like brilliantine. His badge says Sidney Maynard, storekeeper.
Maybe I just don't understand what neat means, but does it look neat?
The silver
to me.
perks up at your approach. A thick logbook appears at once from under the counter. Sidney puts on thick glasses that seem to age him 5 decades in
5
and
decades.
studies the lined pages. The silver taps his finger on
Not
the
really.
glass.
Slide your hands through the window, and I'll remove your handcuffs. That's better. Looks like you haven't received your uniform yet. And by the way, I don't just pass out equipment. I'm also available for trade. Interested?
Just give me my stuff.
Maynard adjusts his glasses in a businesslike manner.
What does that mean?
Before I give you the uniform, please listen to these short instructions.
No, I'm listening, buddy.
Sidney fiddles with his hairstyle.
So, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Life under the dome can be dangerous. You may get shot, spill acid on yourself, get electrocuted, or suffer the effects of a dangerous anomaly. You may also freeze to death or get fried.
I read that as get fired at first. I'm like, that's not that bad.
That's why it's important to wear protective equipment when traveling outdoors. Of course, in hazardous situations, the equipment will get damaged, and the more it's damaged, the more often one has to repair it.
The silver steps back from his counter to indicate the repair kit boxes piled in the back of the warehouse.
Although, if you're a prisoner and you get fired, I don't know what that implies.
He points back at the shelves behind him.
We've got repair kits for this gear. There are Blue Wing specialists ready to help you at any large base, of course, but they're not always available. So, you'd better learn how to use repair kits and workbenches on your own. It's a
I will
useful
not.
Sydney rests the logbook on the desk.
That's all the instructions. Now, I'm going to issue your uniform.
The silver disappears into the back for a while and returns with a small package.
I got your small package right here. Oh wait, I was gonna zoom in. I'll
Unfolding
show
the
you after
package,
this.
Maynard shows you a brand spanking new uniform. Sydney fingers an orange jacket, pants, and heavy
You
boots.
what?
Jackpot! You got a brand new set. Don't be surprised. Some folks in Orange Wing have to make do with rags.
He raises a finger.
One more important thing. In accordance with Order 16-225, helmets and gloves are not issued, but they're available for purchase from me. Please bear in mind that a full set includes headgear or a mask, jacket, trousers, gloves, and boots.
Sydney hands you the package.
Here's your uniform. Enjoy.
Okay, let me see what you have for sale. Can I
Adjusts
buy a
his
mask?
glasses.
Sure, I'll show you what we've got. You know, we're pretty well stocked here in Concord. Take a look.
Sydney scribbles something in his logbook.
Please come back anytime if you need
I
something.
like this cap, but I can't afford it. 40. What will 40 get us? Engineer's cap, but soldier's gloves. Oh, we can't get any of the good shit. Can I sell my money?